Hello, in this lesson, I'm going to take you through the process of setting up and deploying an inventory descriptive flex field. So we're going to go to our setup and maintenance screen. We're going to switch to manufacturing, come down to inventory management, and we're going to go to manage inventory descriptive flex fields. When this screen first comes up, let's just do a search and find all the ones available for us as far as inventory is concerned. In this case, I need to select one that we have access to and we can look and see what happens after I get it set up. So we're going to scroll down to organization parameters. Now in this case, I've already set up a descriptive flex field, but I'm going to take you through the process of what it would be to set one up and deploy it. So here we see that I've already set up one, and the screens that I'm going to take you through are pretty much the same that you would see if you were setting up one that was new and you were creating yourself. You would hit the plus icon to open it. In this case, I've already set it up, so I'm going to go to the edit icon. And here are the fields that you would set up. You would have to give it a name. It would default in a code and an API name. You would have to select a data type. In most cases, you're going to select either a number or a character or date. In this case, I chose character. It will default in the next table column attribute that's available. In this case, there were none used, so it defaulted in the attribute 1. I created my own value set called organization type. I started with XX just so that we could see that it's a unique value set and not one that is seeded. If I want to view that value set, I can come here and I can see that I've done it under the setup module. I've set a validation type of independent, a data type of character. I have a max length of 20 characters. And if I wanted to go in and see the values that I set up, I would go to Manage Values, do my search, and here are the two values that I set up. Once you're done with that, you can cancel and close out, and cancel and close out of here. And a couple of points I want to make. If this is going to be a required descriptive flex field, then you would hit the required checkbox. I would caution you about making anything required because then it forces the system to require that information. If users aren't aware of it, they may not know what to do. The other thing I would let you know about is this display size. If you put no value here, then the display size is very long, over 100 characters, and some people don't like to see that. It's not tidy on a form, so you might want to think about that when you're setting up your validation values and setting up your display properties. Um, the other thing too is you could change this prompt. Perhaps you don't want the XX in it. And you can also change the display type. You could do a checkbox. You could do some of these other things as well. Um, Most cases, I just do a list of values, which is fine for the user. If it's a very short list, you might consider a checkbox or a drop-down list or something like that. You can try them out and see which ones you like. Once you're all done, you can do a save and close. And here you can do a save and close as well. You have another option to change the prompt on the context. And it's always a good idea to set it to BI enabled. So save and close. And now we're back here. Although you don't see it, this row is highlighted. And we've made changes so our deployment status is edited and not deployed, so we need to get it to deployed. To do that, we're going to hit the deploy flex field. Prompt will come up and it will take us through the process. If there are any errors or warnings, you would see them here. Once it completes, you'll get 100% and you can click OK. All right, so that completes setting up that descriptive flex field. Now we want to see how it looks. Since I changed an org parameter, the way that we're going to be able to see it and see what happened is we're going to come over to facilities and we're going to go to manage inventory organizations. Do a search, bring up all of our organizations, and let's just pick the first one. We'll go to edit, and we're not going to change anything here until we get to the DFF. So we're going to hit next. The DFFs are stored under the additional information. So we're going to go to the additional information tab. And here we see the order type that I set up. And those are the two values that we had put in there. And once you're through there, you can cancel this, hit done, and you're back to your menu. All right, that concludes the lesson. Hope that helps.